Hi everyone, welcome back or welcome to Astrology with Georgie. Happy New Year. I hope you guys had a great New Year and a great Christmas. I apologize for missing the new moon in Capricorn. I quite frankly I had no energy. I'm not going to lie, guys. I had no energy to do it. I stupidly left it until 2 days to record before the new moon, and after all the social interactions of Christmas, my energy was in the gutter, so I unfortunately did not record. But I'm back. We are in the new year. Energy is still a bit low, I'm not going to lie, but Mars is retrograding. But I am here to talk to you today about the full moon in Cancer, the upcoming full moon in Cancer on the 13th of January. You may be feeling this energy already, especially if you have Cancer placements like I do. You might be well in tune with feeling the full moon and the new moon definitely in the week leading up to the actual event, sometimes even before. Now, before we get into this video, if you would like your own personal chart read, I do readings. Please take a look at the information on my page. Drop me an email, visit my website. You can message me on my website as well. If you do get some value from this, please give the video a thumbs up and drop me a comment, as that really helps push the channel out to those that need to see this video today. And if you don't subscribe so you don't miss any future content from me. So we're going to be talking about the full moon in Cancer. Now, this is going to be interesting because there's a bit of a story going on here with Mars being retrograde. It's been doing this whole story since October. So we've had Mars move through Cancer, move into Leo. It's gone retrograde, it's retrograded back through Leo, and now it's gone back into Cancer. And when this full moon is occurring, it's going to be conjunct Mars. So there's going to be a lot of emotions, guys. So let's break this down a little bit. So first of all, full moons generally are a realization. It's our emotions being brought to the surface because the sun is illuminating the moon. The moon is our emotions. Our emotions are being lit. We are realizing how we feel. This can manifest obviously as feeling quite literally emotional, having light bulb moments, having realizations, having aha moments. It can also just manifest as being really busy. The full moon is the busiest time of the month. It's high energy. This is the time of the month where, you can't sleep very well because you're kind of wired in a sense. Obviously, people say people act crazy under a full moon because the energy is high. So in that sense, it can be quite helpful if you are working towards something. You can release something under this new moon, you can put it out, you can publish stuff. You can just be really busy with clients and business if you run your own business. So that's obviously very helpful. Full moon energy can be really helpful, but it can be a time where we're just overwhelmed with emotions. And this full moon is happening in Cancer. Now, on the one hand, the moon rules Cancer. So the moon loves being in Cancer. It can feel everything that it wants to feel. But us as humans experiencing this, we can just feel emotional. And Cancer with Mars here, I feel like there's going to be a lot of either frustrations or some passive energy coming up. So it's really important that we're kind of aware of how to handle this energy. Now, the full moon itself is happening in the third decan. I've skipped this back to Aries, so it's actually going to be happening at 23 degrees. So opposite the sun, it's going to be happening at 23 degrees of Cancer. It's in the third decan. I'm in the UK, so it's around 10 past 9 in the evening. So obviously adjust your time zone for where you are. If you're in America, it's going to be happening later in your day. And if you're in Australia, it's going to be happening, let's just check Australia, possibly on the 14th. So check your own time zone, but in the UK, it's around 10 past 9 in the evening on the 13th of January. But like I said, you're going to be feeling this energy on the build up to the full moon. So Cancer is the sign of the home. It's the sign of the home. It's the sign of family. It rules the stomach. It is the sign of nurturing. It's how we feel. Now, I want you to think, like I said, what's been going on since October? What frustrations have you been having around home, around family? What things have been coming up that you've been feeling frustrated about? Maybe you've been feeling emotional about. Obviously, I'm going to run through the signs, so I will go into more detail around this. But with the Mars retrograding back into Cancer, and then we're having the full moon conjunct it, it's like, right, emotions are coming to the surface. You're getting it all out. So it's important that we're just getting that out in a healthy way, and we're not kind of biting at people and, you know, shouting at people and letting our emotions get the better of us. Now, this is happening in the third decan, like I said, which is ruled by Jupiter. This decan is ruled by the Four of Cups tarot card, or Four of Water if you have this deck like I do. And this is all about, now Jupiter is a positive sign. It's about our growth and it's about wisdom. But Four of Water speaks towards, or Four of Cups speaks towards something not quite going to plan, and you feeling emotional around something, but you're not being aware of everything else that's good in your life. Okay. So this can be a little bit of ungrateful energy, where you're typically in your feelings, Cancer wise, woe is me, oh my gosh, living in the past, living in memories, to the point where you're not realizing the benefits of what's going on. So whatever this full moon is bringing up for you personally, you're being asked to realize everything is happening as it should. The universe has a plan, and actually you have so much going on for you that's positive, Jupiter, that you need to focus on that and just change your mindset. Okay, I'm going to read you the affirmation for this decan, and then we are going to go into, we'll talk a little about the aspects, and then we'll go into the signs. So Four of Water, it says dreaming and introspection, contemplation and trusting in the abundance of opportunities. A lull in the action offers a chance for me to dream even bigger than before. Whenever plans turn out not to have come to fruition as expected, I feel secure knowing that even greater things may await me. The universe conspires on my behalf, and disappointments and sadness will wash through me if I simply let them flow. I trust that spirit has many ways of responding to my desires, and what I seek can take a variety of forms. I have faith in perfect timing and divine order. So you're really being asked, whatever frustrations, whatever emotions are coming up under this full moon, just know that this is not the end, and there are many other things coming for you, and you just have to be grateful for the things that you've got at the moment, because you need to trust in divine timing. And that's an important message for this full moon. Now, the full moon itself is trining Neptune. So Neptune's trining Mars and the moon. So this is offering us, again, this is helping us see the bigger picture. This is helping us trust in divine timing. It's helping us reach out to our spiritual side. And just like I said, just giving that faith a little bit more. So that is helpful. There is a square to Chiron. So this full moon could have us feeling vulnerable, or it could be showing us something that's painful or something that we need to work on healing. Okay. Those are the main aspects that I want to mention. Apart from, now let's just talk about Mars. So Mars is good and bad. So it's our motivation, our energy, our action, our sexual desires. It is what we are working towards. Retrograding in Cancer. Rethinking around where we're putting our energy, having to redo something, having to fix something in the Cancer area of our chart. And the full moon is helping us realize perhaps either how we can move forward, or realizing how we're feeling about this. Emotions bubbling to the surface. Mars in Cancer is passive aggressive. Cancer doesn't like confrontation. So Mars in Cancer finds it difficult to confront, maybe difficult to confront our emotions, maybe difficult to confront a family member or something happening in the home. There's an element of feeling annoyed about something, but struggling to deal with it. Because like I say, Cancer does not like confrontation. So Mars doesn't necessarily do well here. However, Mars is our action, and it is our energy. So this full moon could be making you realize what it is that you want to put your energy into. Maybe this Mars retrograde in Leo and now in Cancer. So Mars retrograde in Leo is like a rethinking around our passions and our leadership and things to do with children and creativity. Back into Cancer, it's like, okay, what adjustments do I need to make in the home? What conflicts am I experiencing with the people that I live with? And the full moon's like, right now you need to address this. Or you're just having a realization about how to address it, even if you don't physically address it. So I'm going to talk about the signs, because then we can go in a little bit in more detail for each individual person. Be sure to listen for your rising sign as most accurate, but your sun and your moon, listen to all three, because you can piece them all together and they will all be relevant in some way. Sometimes more than others. You might find the sun is relevant more than the moon. Just always listen to all three, and I will say that in all of my videos, but the rising sign is going to be the most accurate. So let's get into the signs. So Aries, sun, moon, rising sign. You guys are experiencing this full moon in Cancer in your 4th house. So very much this for you is the things I just mentioned, because obviously you guys have the exact same zodiacal order. So Cancer and the 4th house is about your home, your living situation, your family members, what's going on inside of you as well, because this is the innermost part of yourself. So Aries, there's going to be a realization or a shift. There could be a frustration at home coming out. You could be really annoyed about a family member doing something. You could feel passive towards something, and this full moon is bringing it to the surface. You could feel like, oh, why are you doing that? If there's things, this could have something to do with lodgers or the people that you live with, getting annoyed about something that the story has been building since October because of the Mars retrograde. Mars is now coming back for you to address it. This full moon could make you address it. Who's annoying you in your home? What do you want to change about your home? Maybe you're having to fix something within the home, because Mars is like hammering and nailing and sawing. So maybe you are having to fix something within your home, and that's what the full moon is. A lot of you, this could be psychological, emotional thoughts and feelings that you are keeping to yourself, Aries, bubbling to the surface. Mars is your ruler, so this is very important for you. You may have not been feeling yourself energetically during this Mars retrograde, and as the full moon hits, it's like, oh no, you're just really maybe being called to, where do you want to assert your energy? Could be some clashes with family members, like I said. Could be a realization about your home. You could want to fix, like I said, you could want to fix something in your home. You could want to change something within your home. Mars rules you. Mars also rules your 8th house. So it could have something to do with the money or resources of other people, or your own transformation, your own psychology. What have you been going through? Intimacy with a partner. These themes could be coming up because, if you're living with a partner, then your intimacy, issues around intimacy, or having to address something around intimacy could be coming up. Talking about your feelings. Cancer feels everything. Having to talk about your feelings, having a realization about your feelings, but especially to do with a partner that you're living with, maybe because the 8th house is intimacy. Conversations about sexual intimacy with a partner could be coming up. Maybe you're actually just finding yourself getting more intimate with a partner around this time. But just watch how you're speaking, because Mars is a malefic planet and we can get frustrated. Okay, and you guys, obviously depends on the other placements in your chart, because I know a lot of Aries that aren't hot-headed. If you are a hot-headed Aries, be careful under this energy, because go and run, get on the treadmill, go down the gym. Mars is physical masculine energy. You need to get it out of you. If you don't get it out of you, you're going to end up, kind of blowing up in someone's face. So let's pull a tarot card for you, Aries, to help you kind of think about what this full moon could be for you. Take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. You guys get the High Priestess. She's come out a few times recently, the High Priestess. It says mystery. Some things are not meant to be known intellectually, but are meant to be experienced through intuition. This card reminds me to trust that I have access to higher wisdom and knowing when I tune in and trust my vibes. This is the time when mysteries will be revealed and I can grow as a result. So maybe you're being called to trust your intuition around something, Aries, something to do with the home environment, something to do with a family member maybe, but it's all about trusting and knowing that you don't always need the answers. If you have been feeling stuck around whatever it is to do with this Mars retrograde, know that there are other options coming. Trust in divine timing and just kind of let this full moon energy settle. And know that Mars is going to finish retrograding in February. So that seems like a long time away, but things will feel more clear around and after that time. Okay, so I hope this goes well for you. Let me know in the comments if you know what this is going to be for you. This also could be a completion of something. So it could be that you were finishing something within the home. You're finishing, sometimes it's like the culmination of something. So that is also possible. Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. You guys are experiencing this full moon in Cancer in your 3rd house. So the 3rd house is how we communicate. It is our connection, it's our media, it's our neighborhood, it's our siblings and our relatives. So Mars has already been in Cancer, it's gone into Leo, it's retrograding back into your 3rd house. So what is the story since October? What's been happening for you in terms of how you connect, how you communicate, anything going on in your neighborhood or your community that you've been actively working towards? Have you been putting your energy into community matters? Have you been putting your energy into your siblings, into your relatives? How have you been communicating? And this is also the house of information. So wanting to learn something or putting your energy into learning. Now, Mars went into your 4th house. Could have been some frustrations in the home. Now it's retrograding back into your 3rd. And then we've got this full moon. So this is either the ending or a realization around something in this house. So this could be you're realizing something about the way that you've been thinking. You're realizing maybe you're thinking about how your emotions, maybe you're trying to shift your mindset. Maybe you're thinking the way that you're thinking, because Taurus, you can think slightly negatively at times because you're an earth sign. Maybe you're realizing that your thoughts, you need to make a shift in your thoughts. Having negative thoughts is not helping you. This could be the ending of or realization about, like I said, things to do in your community, a frustration around community projects or things that you're involved in your community. Mars rules your 7th house of partnerships. It also rules your 12th house. So, for example, if you've been joining a local group to do with healing, Mars coming back here in a full moon is a realization about this. Maybe you're realizing that maybe this is a time when you're healing through groups, you're healing through letting go with a partner. You could be just be careful around how you communicate, because under this full moon energy, it's a sense of you could be snappy, you could be in your feels, and you're taking it out on other people. For others, this is going to be because with the Mars retrograde, it's like, what do I want to put my energy into? So maybe you're under this full moon realizing what it is that you want to study, what it is that you want to learn. It could have something to do with a partner, because Mars rules this house of yours. It could be frustrations around something to do with a partner and the groups that you're involved with, frustrations around how you're communicating with a partner. It could have something to do with, your mode of transport, having to fix something with a car, or having to get a new car for some of you, change your mode of transport, the way that you get around. You could be going on a trip. You could be going on a trip with a partner is also possible, but be careful with Mars here, okay? Because Mars is a malefic planet. So just make sure, things that, like, you're driving carefully, you've pumped up your tires, be careful about feeling frustrated with other drivers. It could be that you are having to go and visit or you're hearing information to do with like doctors or hospital appointments, because Mars also rules this house. So if you've been waiting on information, or your partner's been waiting on information to do with like health or like a doctor's appointment, that could also come up under this full moon. Going back over, because the 3rd house is like where we're going around. So for example, I see this sometimes with even in my own chart, because I'm a Taurus sun, of like, if I'm having to go to like doctor's trips, I often see it in the 3rd house because it's involving short trips. So it could be that you're having to go to a hospital to finish up an appointment, and it's your errands are changing, but it's in a frustrating way. Maybe you're having to do something, but it could involve a partner, or some mode of healing. Community matters are coming up under this full moon, but you could be frustrated about these community matters, Taurus. If it's not that, it's something to do with siblings, relatives, or your mind, the way you think, and you're being asked to focus on thinking, releasing negative emotions that aren't serving the way that you think, is what I'm getting. Okay, so let's pull. I'm going to take one from the top because it's not flying out. You get the call card. I love the picture on this. It's a beautiful angel. I'm going to read you the positive affirmation. This is a major arcana card, so it's quite a big card for you guys. Okay. Cool. Purpose and true prosperity. I have everything I need right now to move forward with purpose. I'm being called into a deeper and more authentic relationship with myself, with my higher power, and with others. I'm here for a reason. I'm required to step forward into my true self, expressing that through my actions. I need to trust that my life has a purpose, that I am enough, and that within me is a divine blueprint that has meaning for myself and others. So this could very much be, yes, thought-based, knowing you're enough, releasing emotions and negative thinking around certain things for some of you. So let me know how that goes for you, Taurus. If you know what this full moon is for you already and how it's manifesting, then do let me know in the comments, and I hope it goes well for you. Gemini, sun, moon, rising. You guys are experiencing this full moon in your second house of finances, of your self-worth, of your values, but it's conjunct Mars. Now, Mars has been doing this little retrograde from your second house of finances into your third house of learning, communication, connection. But it's now moving back into your finances. So it's like a clearing up of something or rethinking around what you want to put your energy into. Now, the full moon is a realization about your financial matters, but it's conjunct Mars. So Mars rules your 6th house of work. It also rules your 11th house of your goals and groups. Maybe you are coming into some money through a project that you've been working on, or maybe you're having to revisit a project that you've been working on. Maybe you're rethinking about how you're spending your daily habits and routines. And it's got something to do with your finances. Maybe you are coming into some money and you're going to spend it on fixing up your health. Maybe you're coming into some money and it's involving spending money on joining a new group to improve your health. Generally, full moons in the second house, it's like, right, I'm coming into some money, or I'm realizing something about my finances. You could be putting energy, like I said, into reworking your finances, because Mars is like this reworking, fixing up kind of energy. Maybe you're reworking what it is that's important to you. What do you value? Like for some of you, could be doing like your tax return around this time, putting energy into it, but it's taking a lot of effort with Mars retrograde, possible. For others, it's like, okay, what's important to me? What do I value? Do I, again, it could be tying in how you want to spend your day. What routines are you involved in? What habits are you realizing that are important to you? This could also be a realization about your possessions, the things that you own, the things that you possess, clearing out possessions, getting rid of things that no longer serve you. A new beginning. Full moons, yes, they're releases, but it could also be a new beginning, because you guys get the Page of Fire, and this is about creation. Mars also rules your goals, so it's like an ending to a certain finance that you're making money from, because you want to work towards something new is possible. But really, there's this realization about your finances or your possessions or what it is that you value, and your self-worth. Mars in Cancer, remember, we're in our feelings. We are in our feelings. Maybe we're feeling very frustrated around something. This could tie in some family issues or something to do with children, or you being a parent, just family members, with it being in Cancer and with the Mars retrograde here. I'm going to read you the positive affirmation of Page of Fire. This is the same as the Page of Wands. Okay. Enthusiastic action, adventurousness, venturing forth, beginning a project, or acting on a new idea. I am free to venture forth, for co-creating a life true to my desire is my right. I am finding my purpose as I take the first step into something new. My ideas have value, I dream boldly. But it could be like a new job, because obviously Mars rules your 6th house of work. So it very much could just be a new job, and therefore obviously that's going to be a new financial situation. And you guys have got so much going on, especially the first part of this year, because Jupiter is going to go direct in your 1st house, and the North Node is going to move into your 10th house. So I see huge changes within your career this year. There's a lot of energy in Aries and Pisces. So for you guys, it's your goals and your career or your public status this year is going to be monumental. So maybe this is the start of something with this full moon in your second house of finances. So good luck, Gemini. Let me know if you know how this is manifesting for you already. And I hope it's a good full moon for you. Okay, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising. So this is all about you guys. Sorry, let me just take a drink on the Cancer. On the Cancer sign, we love our water. Okay, Cancer. So this is more challenging for you because there is something going on around your body, your identity, who you are. For some of you, it could be your health, the direction of your life. There's a frustration. It's been building since October. What is going on, Cancer? What is going on? It could involve your goals, your public image. It could involve children. It could involve your love life or the things that you are creating, the passions you are creating and working towards. You're slowing down, you're reworking something, you're trying to sort something out with the Mars retrograde. Now, with the full moon in your first house, there's a realization or an ending around something to do with your emotions. Maybe you're really realizing how you feel about this, whatever's been going on. Maybe you're really maybe all your emotions are going to come to the surface. Be careful around how you channel this energy. Mars retrograde in your first house, you need to exert this in a physical matter. Go and exercise, go for a run, go for a walk, go down the gym, get this energy out of you. The full moon, you're ruled by the moon, so this is so important. Even it's in your first house, and it rules you. So you guys feel this energy a lot. Frustrations, you might already be feeling it now. Frustrations, passive energy, could be something to do with your home. So if you've had any frustrations within your home or the people you live with, they could be coming back up, or you could just be resolving them. You could realize actually you're not annoyed about that anymore and you're letting it go. That's possible under a full moon, letting stuff go. It could be something about your health, a realization about your health, a realization about your identity. Now with Mars here, like I said, a realization about a partner, a romantic partner, a realization about children, a realization about your status, your career, something happening within your career and the direction of your life. You could get some news under this full moon about your career because Mars is here. There is a square to Chiron, so it could be some uncomfortable news, or it could be something that makes you feel uncomfortable. Even if it's good news, it could be news that's going to make you feel uncomfortable. It's going to trigger you in some way with the square to Chiron. Realization, like I said, about your body, healing, letting things go. Cancer rules the stomach, so you could have some issues with your stomach because Mars is inflammation in your first house of your body, so you could feel a bit bloated and inflamed. I know personally under full moons I get very, very bloated because my stomach holds the water, and I've noticed that. So that could be possible for you guys as well. But the full moon is a time where you need to release, you need to let go. It could be a realization about the direction of your life that's triggering you with the square to Chiron. It's making you feel vulnerable. Frustrations, like I said. Just know, Cancer, that this retrograde is going to keep going back until February. Then it's going to go direct, but it's still going to be in your first house. So this story is going to play out basically for the next few months. But the retrograde is going to be the most annoying part of it. I would say after February, Mars is going to be moving back through here and through this section of your chart. Things will become more clear and you'll feel like you're getting the ball rolling. So whatever's going on, if you feel like you're not moving forward or you're feeling frustrated, passive about something, all the emotions could be coming up. But just know, come February, things will feel like they're at least moving forward a bit, okay? And this full moon is helping you. It's helping you address your emotions. Remember, the moon does like being in Cancer because it's like, okay, this is how I'm feeling. And it's a time where cry, let it out, but just be careful that you're not taking it out on the people around you. Now, you guys get the Empress. What a beautiful card. I love the artwork on these cards. It's just so stunning. So I'm going to read you the positive affirmation for the Empress. So, fertility. Okay, this is a wonderful time to give birth to new ideas and experiences. Nourishment is assured as I step into a new version of myself. My life is rich and ripe with possibility that I can manifest and create. I am a powerful co-creator, and life loves me right now. My world is brimming with potential and infinite possibility that will manifest for the higher good. Now, this is going to be about fertility issues or something to do with fertility for some of you, because Mars rules your 5th house of children, and it's been retrograding in Leo, which rules children, and it's now moving back into your 1st house. It also rules your public image. So yes, for some of you, this is going to literally be about fertility issues around fertility, conversations around fertility. Obviously, the Sun and Mercury is in your 7th house of partnerships. So conversations with your partner about how to nourish your body, what you're going to put your energy into, you know, frustrations coming up around that topic. For others, it won't literally be fertility, but it is about creating an idea around, you know, your passion, what it is you're working towards. So just know that you are the co-creator. Even if you feel things are going slow, you are co-creating all the time, and that's so important. Nothing is set in stone. We can manifest. Sometimes we have to work a bit harder, because the universe wants us to know whether we actually the universe wants to know whether we actually really want something. So I'm holding my quartz, my rose quartz, because I just felt for some of you may need that. So take the love, and know under this full moon that things are always happening as they should. Okay, so if that means something to you, then take it, and I wish you well under this full moon. Let me know in the comments how this is manifesting for you, what's going on in your personal life, as it really helps me and the others reading, and I wish you the best of luck, Cancer. Okay, so Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. You guys are experiencing this full moon in your 12th house. This is your house of healing, of the subconscious, hidden enemies, spirituality, letting things go. This is also the house of your mental health, okay? Now, a full moon here is highlighting highlighting your subconscious thoughts. It's highlighting something that is going on to do with your healing. Now, what's been going on since October, Leo, because you guys have been feeling this a lot with Mars retrograding your first side. Like, are you okay? Are you okay? Is my first question. What's been going on? Frustrations, lack of energy, feeling annoyed because we've had the Mars opposite Pluto, arguments with partners, power struggles. Just know that this is temporary, guys. Mars retrograding back into your 12th house is like, okay, now you're being asked under this full moon to release, to let go, to honestly tap into your intuition. Tap into your intuition and try and understand what you need to nourish your body. Some of you are going to be going to retreats. Some of you are going to be going to a spa, doing yoga, doing a retreat. A full moon in the 12th house is like, okay, I'm meditating. I'm going to a spa. I'm going to a retreat. I'm going to release things from my physical energy, Mars retrograde. I mean, yes, this is the house of hidden enemies, so things could come up that you weren't aware of. Things could come up that you weren't aware of under this new moon from behind closed doors. Mars rules your 9th house of travel and beliefs, a realization about your travel plans, a realization about your beliefs. How are they changing? This is also the house of faraway land. Some of you could be traveling or just going far away, or you could be wanting to be in solitude. Mars also rules your 4th house of the family and the home. So what are you realizing about your home, your family, and your beliefs, and where you're traveling to, whether that be spiritually, philosophically, or physically? You're realizing something under this full moon, Leo. Mars retrograding in the 12th house can feel a bit uncomfortable, because the 12th house is our subconscious mind, but it's our mental health. So, and Mars is our energy. So you could feel kind of energetically depleted during this time over the next, until Mars comes. So Mars retrogrades until the 26th of February, and then it moves back into Leo. I can't remember the date. Hold on. 18th of April, Mars is going to move back into your 1st house. So actually, you've got all of March, all of February, and the rest of January with Mars in your 12th house. This is about healing what it is that you believe in, healing things to do with your family, physically letting go of something. You may be more called towards, like I said, spiritual practices. So for some of you, this is going to look like Reiki, yoga, healing your body energetically, or just retreating in some sense. So spending more time in solitude, spending more time in the spa, letting things go. You're, like I said, you're going to be, this is the house of your subconscious. So your subconscious could be reshifting something, but under this full moon, you could just find yourself going to retreat, letting something go, being busier in this area of your life, but you're having a realization around the fact that you need to heal something, the fact that you need to let something go, the fact that you want to hide away. What's going on at home, what's going on in your house of beliefs or travel or philosophy. Some of you, this could be that you're working on something behind the scenes, because the ninth house is also publishing and broadcasting. So actually it could be that you're working on something behind the scenes that you are later on broadcasting or publishing. But with the Mars retrograde, I feel like this is a deeper story than that. I feel like this is deeper for you guys. Pluto has recently moved into your 7th house of relationships. So there's a lot going on in terms of the other people in your life. And especially with this, Mars has recently opposed Pluto. So it's like frustrations to do with other people coming at you, or stuff. Pluto in the 7th house is other people's stuff, and it's directly been impacting you. And now you're like, I've had enough. I just need to release. I just need to look after myself in solitude. Okay. You guys get the 3 of air. These cards are so beautiful. The 3s are all about connecting with others. So I think you guys really need to talk about how you're feeling, which you aren't very good at, Leo. You're very good at keeping things to yourself and pretending everything is fine because you have egos. Your egos are bigger than any other sign, I hate to tell you. Okay, 3 of air. Silver linings, natural departures, rejection is God's protection. A third party helps me to see the truth of this situation. What is truly mine can never be withheld from me. Rejection is spirit's protection. It's in my best interest to let go and allow for something better to take its place. It is my highest good to see the truth regardless of my temporary discomfort. This too shall pass. So air cards can be a bit tricky because this is all about us being in our heads, being in our minds. Somebody's going to help you talk your way through the difficulties that you're going through, and to realize that everything, like it says, rejection is spirit's protection. So whatever you're being not able to do right now, it's happening for a reason. So just always know everything's happening always exactly as it should do. And I hope that this full moon serves you well. Just be careful with the Mars energy. It's a bit tense. We can be passive aggressive. That's just something to note. Just know everything is always working out for your highest good, Leos. Let me know in the comments how this full moon is playing out for you, and I will see you in the next one. Whoopsie, there we go. Virgo, sun, moon, and rising. Okay, you guys are experiencing this full moon in Cancer in your 11th house. So this is all about your friendships, the groups that you're a part of, and it's also your hopes and your dreams for the future, Virgo. So now this full moon is so relevant because it's conjunct Mars, and Mars has been doing this retrograde. So it's telling us a bit of a story. So what has been going on for you since October? What have you been healing? What have you been retreating? What have you been letting go of as Mars has been moving in your 12th house? It's now moving back into your 11th house, but it's like, okay, you're having a realization about the groups that you're a part of, or about your friendships. Could be lack of friendships. It could be, are my friends right for me? You could be wanting to discuss your problems with friends. You could be feeling frustrated or feeling emotional about something under this full moon. Now, Mars rules your 3rd house of how you communicate and how you think, and it's also ruling your 8th house of transformation in other people's money. So this could tie in some finances. It could tie in the communities that you're a part of, but it's a lot to do with, you know, your connection, how you're communicating, how you're connecting, and either the ending or realization about something. So are you involved in any, you know, what community groups are you involved in? What are you spending money on? You could feel frustrated with this Mars energy here about your friendships. this whole Mars retrograde is, what do I want to put my energy into? So it could be a sense of, who do I want to spend my time with? How can I connect with others on an intimate level, or share with them the things that I'm going through? Communication, connection, intimacy. It could be that you're spending money on an organization or a group. You're wanting to, you're thinking, actually, for some of you, it could tie in therapy or psychology. You could be feeling a bit vulnerable under this full moon with the square to Chiron in your 8th. You could be feeling vulnerable about groups you're a part of, or you could be feeling vulnerable about sharing information with a friend. Or, Cancer is about how we feel. It's about our family. It's about issues with our family with the Mars retrograde, feeling frustrated around a topic at home, or the people that we live with, feeling frustrated. But your 11th house is also your goals. So you're realizing something about your goals. You could be feeling frustrated about how to get there, because maybe there's a lot of healing that needs doing before you can get there. And under this full moon, you're feeling frustrated around something. Cancer rules the stomach, Virgo, and also Virgo rules the digestive system. So under this full moon, just be aware that you could have more tummy issues than you normally do. I'm not laughing at you. That was just an awkward laugh. Yeah, there could be some tummy issues or inflammation coming up. But the whole point of this Mars retrograde, and bearing in mind Mars is going to be here until April, and then it's going to move back into your 12th house of healing. So whatever it is that you're wanting to move towards in terms of your goals, in terms of your friendships, this could also be something happening in a friend's life as well. It's not always, when it's 11th house, a lot of the time it's things showing up in your friends' lives. If it's not your own friendships and your own goals, it's something happening in a friend's life. But there's the whole Mars retrograde. It's like a feeling frustration around the goals that you're moving towards, because you're having to heal something. Maybe you're having to heal something within your body. Maybe you're having to fix something. Maybe you can't quite get where you want to go. You can't quite get there, and you don't know why. And under this full moon, all the emotions are coming up. The square to Chiron is it's a pain, or it's an uncomfortable, or you're realizing something about what it is that you need to heal, Virgo. You're realizing something. There's some information maybe under the full moon coming to light, or it could just be that your emotions are just coming up, emotions that you've been buried, feelings of frustration. Be careful about how you communicate with friends, because Mars energy is frustration. It's kind of can be a bit snappy. So I would say go down the local gym, go for a run. Because 11th house is the organizations we're a part of. So it could be that, yes, you're joining a new organization because you want to heal, you want to assert your energy, but full moons can be endings as well. So you could be canceling something. You could be realizing that actually you don't want to put your energy into this organization that you're part of anymore. And that could be part of the story. Now you guys get the Ace of Fire. So this is like a new beginning. So it could be that you're starting something out. You're starting a healing process. You're starting a new friendship. You're starting. I feel like with the Mars here, it's more things coming to the surface that have been buried, or a frustration. I just feel like there's some frustration under this full moon. So Ace of Fire, I'm going to read you the positive affirmation. Okay, so spirit-powered action, inspired transformation, and access to co-creative power. When I feel my connection to spirit, I see unlimited potential for transformation. There is no reason to fear Mars, because Mars doesn't fear. Mars is courageous. Because I am supported fully in imagining something new and daring to make it happen. This is a time to dream big, 11th house. I can be bold and free because spirit inspires me to turn my dreams into reality. So you're being called, Virgo, to go after your dreams. Don't let things get in your way. Know that you are co-creating, and you think positively. Think outside the box. Think forward, 11th house. There's a slowing process with the Mars retrograde, but know that you're going to get through it, and just keep persevering. Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. You guys are experiencing this full moon in Cancer in your 10th house. Now, you guys are a cardinal sign, so this full moon squares you. So it's a bit more tense. It's in your 10th angular house, so you're going to feel this more, okay? This is very relevant, is what I mean, especially if you have placements around the 23 degrees, because it's actually happening at 23, not 24. So I've just skipped the time along. So anything from like 20 degrees of Cancer to 29 degrees of Cancer, or any of the cardinal signs, actually, you will feel this more strongly if you have natal placements there. This is a realization about your career. It could be the ending of something to do with a career. It could be a frustration around your career. You could be rethinking something, rethinking about a project you're working on, rethinking about what you want to put your energy in towards with the Mars retrograding. You know, maybe your goals, your dreams, your wishes for the future have been changing. It could involve the change of job, an end of job. Or it could be something frustrating, or your feelings within the workplace could be coming to the surface. Just be careful, because you could end up, you know, like in an argument with your boss, for example, or just getting everything out. Like you're wanting to just, like you're getting annoyed at something under this full moon. But it could be passive because it's Cancer. So passive aggressive behavior in the workplace is possible. Now, Mars, which is part of this story, rules your 2nd house of finances and also rules your 7th house of partnerships. So there's possibly a rethinking around your money to do with you and your partner, maybe shared resources. What are you spending your money on? Client work is possible under this full moon. Trying to redo, but it could be redoing something. Maybe you're restructuring something about your working environment, and it's costing you some money and it's affecting your clients. The full moon itself is squaring Chiron in your 7th house. So for some of you, this could be a relationship breakup or an argument with a partner, highlighting a vulnerability, you know, a wound coming to the surface, feeling triggered within a partnership is possible under this full moon. The 10th house is your public status. So realizing something about your reputation, people getting annoyed at you, clients getting annoyed at you is possible under this full moon. Restructuring your goals, rebuilding your legacy. There's a real realization around where you're headed. Frustrations about where you're headed, because this whole Mars retrograde is a story. So Mars was moving through your 10th house of career. It went into your 11th house of your goals and your friendships and the people that you work with in a large capacity. This could also be like a social media. But with Mars going back into your 10th house, you're being asked to redo something, recall something, restructure something around your career or around the groups or the organizations that you're with. And the full moon is bringing something to your attention. It's bringing your emotions to the surface. Maybe you've really had enough, or maybe you are actually coming into some money. Maybe you've been working on a project or putting a lot of effort in, and now you're coming into some money with the Mars retrograde. That is also possible. So it doesn't necessarily have to be negative. It could be that you are coming into some money from work. You're really busy with clients. You're putting a lot of energy. Mars is also energy. You could be putting a lot of energy into, you know, the people that you're working with. Could be really busy under this full moon. That's also possible for some of you. This could be something to do with a parent, a frustration around a parent, because Cancer is this family and the 10th house is our parents. You guys also get the Ace of Fire. It's the 2nd time that's come out. Realizing something about a parent or an issue with a parent is possible with a square to Chiron, because this is a significant relationship. So for some, Mars is a malefic planet. So for some of you, this won't be all of you having to deal with something with a parent. Okay, it's possible. So again, Ace of Fire, 2nd time that's come out in a row. Spirit-powered action, inspired transformation, and access to co-creative power. When I feel my connection to spirit, I see unlimited potential for transformation. There is no reason to fear, because I am supported fully in imagining something new and daring to make it happen. So this could be that you are wanting to move towards a goal, towards your career. This is time to dream big. I can be bold and free because spirit inspires me to turn my dreams into reality. So you are being encouraged to just go for it. Maybe there's been a rethinking and now you're like, right, yes, that is what I want to do. And there's a realization, right, yes, that's what I want to work towards. You are being encouraged to go for it. So let me know in the comments, Leo, how this goes for you, because I feel like it could be positive. So good luck. Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Rising, you guys are experiencing this full moon in your 9th house. This is your beliefs, your philosophy, This is the house of learning, higher education, of gurus, teachers, and of travel. Full moon is a realization. It's a busy period. So some of you could be traveling somewhere. However, the Mars retrograde, there's a bit of a story going on here. So what has been going on for you, Scorpio, since October? To do with your beliefs, your career, to do with travel, or what you're learning. Maybe you're learning something for your career. Maybe you're having to study something. A full moon is the end of something or a realization. So you could be publishing something, you could be broadcasting something that you've been working on. You could be realizing something about what it is that you believe in. You could be finishing up a course that you've been learning. You know, this is completing a course, but maybe you've been having to redo something or rethink about what it is that you want to learn. You know, who do I want to work with in terms of teachers, gurus, people that can teach you stuff? Now, Mars rules you traditionally, and it rules your 6th house of your daily work. So it could be that you are changing your health. Your beliefs around your health are changing. Your beliefs, maybe you're deciding to work on your routines and your beliefs and looking after yourself a bit more. Scorpio, is possible. This is also the house of your daily work. So studying something for work, traveling for work is possible. With the Mars retrograde, there's some feelings that could come up that are frustration. So maybe suddenly you're ending a course that you haven't finished. Mars is severing. Could be sudden end of something that you've been studying, learning. You're suddenly publishing something. This is the law. So maybe some of you are getting trouble with the law. So don't speed or anything like that, because speeding fines could come up. Now, again, if you're traveling, just be careful that you're not getting into any tiffs on your travels, because Mars is a malefic planet after all. So a full moon conjunct Mars is like, you know, maybe you're getting on an aeroplane and you witness somebody having an argument. It's that kind of energy where you can see things of frustration happening around you, even if it's not happening within you guys. But for a lot of you, you know, again, it's like, what have you been working towards in terms of your career, or because this really is the house of our higher mind. What do we believe in? This is astrology. This is spirituality. This is our philosophies. With the Mars retrograde here, how have your beliefs changed around something? What's been going on, Scorpio? Maybe something to do with family, Cancer. Crisis of beliefs is possible under a full moon. Like, I don't know what I believe in. But, you know, Mars, again, it could just tie in that you're focusing on your health in order to, because of something that you want to work towards in the future. This is the house of adventure, going on an adventure, put your energy into an adventure. But with the Mars retrograde, it's like a process of fixing something. And Mars rules you. So this does tie in the direction of your life, and it can tie in your identity and your body. So yes, for some of you, it's going to be health stuff, working towards improving your health because your beliefs have changed, or because you're developing spiritually or religiously, or, you know, you're traveling and so you want to work on your health because you want to look good in a bikini, something like that. But it's tying in these houses. It's tying in these houses for you. Like I said, if you are traveling, just be careful of kind of other people being aggressive towards you, or you being aggressive towards other people, or passive. Traveling for work is possible, like I said. So generally, full moons we're realizing something, or we're putting something out into the world, or we're letting go of something. Now, you guys get the Queen of Water. This is a very spiritual card. Okay. Self-care comes to mind when I think of the Queen of Water. I'm going to read you the positive affirmation. Queen of Water: compassion, emotional security, generosity, self-love, self-care, and healer. Maybe you guys, because this is the house of the teacher and the guru, maybe you're feeling called towards putting your energy towards healing other people if it's not healing yourself. I am comfortable in my own skin. I love, cherish, and nurture myself. I am the best friend to myself. My relationships with others reflect my security in knowing I am always worthy of love and respect. I heal myself so that I can be the change I want to see in the world, and so my compassion can inspire others. So this is definitely tying in themes of healing, body, physical health, moving more towards changing your beliefs are changing around something that you need to heal. So, I mean, Cancer actually trines you guys. So for the most part, this is a positive full moon for you. So actually, yeah, maybe you're really working on so your self-development. This is the house of self-development, spiritual development. Maybe you're really working on that, but there's a process of Mars having to rework some things in that area of your chart. So let me know, Scorpios, how do you think this is manifesting for you? I hope it is a good one for you, and I will see you in the next one. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising. This full moon is happening for you guys in your 8th house of other people's money, resources, and transformation. This also can be the house of crisis and death, metaphorically, probably not physically. It's a very sensitive house, and it doesn't quite see you. It's quincunx you. So there's some adjustments that need doing when you have a full moon in this house, okay? So for some of you, this is going to be financial. A full moon in your 8th house can be coming into some money from other people, having to pay a debt, having to pay a finance, having to pay it like a tax. It could be that you're paying your taxes, because obviously we're coming up to the end of January. I know in the UK, the tax cut-off line is the end of this month. So for a lot of you, it's like you're having to do your tax return, and it can feel frustrating with Mars here. So maybe you're getting frustrated around how to do it. Mars rules your 5th house of your business and leadership. So very much, and it rules your 12th house of things behind the scenes. So yes, very much could be you're having to do your tax return, you're getting frustrated, but that's what you've got to put your energy into around the time of this full moon. For others, it could be coming into some, a partner is sharing, a romantic partner is sharing money with you. Something to do with your passion projects, the things you're creating, and money. Maybe you are investing, maybe you are gambling, because the 5th house is what we enjoy. It's how we have fun. Spending money on things that we enjoy and hobbies. So spending money on something that we enjoy could be possible. 8th house is our own transformation. Maybe you're going through your own transformation behind the scenes. Maybe you're healing something, because Mars also rules this house. You're healing something. You're going to a spa. Maybe you're having to put it on your credit card, or someone's helping you pay something. You're setting up a direct debit to heal something, go on a yoga retreat, do something for you. So that's the financial side. If it's not financial, the 8th house is about our own transformation, a realization about how we are transforming, physical transformation, healing our bodies, Cancer. How can you heal your body under this full moon? The 8th house is very sensitive, because it's things that are buried. It's things that are buried. It's secrets. It's things that we're hidden. It's our psychology. So this is a very sensitive full moon. It's in Cancer and it's in your 8th house. Some of you under this are going to want to be speaking to a therapist, clearing something up, digging into your deep. Why do I feel like this? Analyzing yourself. Very much under this full moon. Mars is here. This is also the house of intimacy. So if you're not analyzing yourself and analyzing how far you've come and analyzing your own self-transformation, you're going to be in your feels about it. This is also the house of intimacy. So having a realization about your intimacy with a partner, maybe having to work something out about your sexual intimacy with a partner, because Mars rules your 5th house of partnerships. Feeling frustrated around intimacy or feeling frustrated around something to do with a partner can come up under this full moon. Transformations with a partner, things to do with your family is possible. Feeling vulnerable with the square to Chiron in your 5th, feeling vulnerable about something. Wounds coming up, wanting to, maybe releasing something, maybe healing something. Again, Mars ruling your 12th house. The need to the 8th house is one of the houses where we let stuff go. The water houses we have to let go. So it's all about working through our feelings and learning how we can let stuff go. But the 8th house really is, it's metamorphosis. It's metamorphosis. That's the right word. Metamorphosis, transforming something. With the Mars retrograde, there's a frustrating energy. Mars was in this house, it went into your 9th and it's moved back. So this could tie in finances and travel. It could tie in transformation and your beliefs, or reworking something. What transformation do I have to go with? This is the house of like coaching and so if you're not doing your own transformation, you could be helping other people transform. That's also possible. Coming into new clients, coming into, like I said, coming into money, coming into inheritance, themes around money, themes around your own transformation. Things from the depths coming up. This is also the house of divination, let's not forget. So actually under this, you could be having a reading, a tarot reading, astrology reading, divination, tapping into the unknown, tapping into the metaphysical. But with the Mars retrograde here, it's like there's you're having to sort something out. You're having to put energy, Mars, into something maybe uncomfortable, or into going through your own transformation. Okay, Sag, you got the call card. This is the second time this has come up. What else? I can't remember which other sign that came up for. Was it Leo? I can't remember. But you guys get the call card. So this is, let me read you the positive affirmation. Purpose and true prosperity. I have everything I need right now to move forward with purpose. I am being called into a deeper and more authentic relationship with myself, with my higher purpose, and with others. I am here for a reason. I am required to step forward into my true self, expressing that through my actions. I need to trust that my life has a purpose. The 8th house is very much about learning to trust, okay? Scorpio, this is a Scorpio house. Not very good at trusting. You have to learn to trust. My life has a purpose, and that I am enough, and that within me is a divine blueprint that has meaning for myself and other people. So this is really about going in. It's a very deep card. Go in, learn about the inward. What is your true calling? What is your true purpose? Because you are being pushed towards it. And actually, that cannot always feel very comfortable for you guys. So sorry to go a little bit deep on you, Saggies, but just know that under the full moon conjunct Mars, we can be feeling a bit like, whoo, fiery, passive. 8th house, very sensitive for you. You're being pushed towards your true calling, and you're being pushed towards letting something go. And yes, this could tie in finances and your own healing in some sense. Capricorn, sun, moon, rising. Okay, you guys are experiencing this full moon in your 7th house of partnerships, and it's conjunct Mars. So you guys need to take a deep breath. You need to meditate. Don't take it out on your partner, or they might take it out on you. Okay, so this is an angular house, so you guys are going to feel this strongly. A full moon in your 7th house is a realization about something to do with another person. This is this house of significant relationships. This is your romantic relationship. So if you're in a relationship, this is probably your partner, but it can also be a family member if you have a significant bond with a family member. So it could be a parent, a child, any one-on-one, a best friend, any one-on-one relationship comes under this house. This is your clients, working with other people. So a full moon here is finishing something. So you could be finishing up with a client, ending something, maybe dramatically with Mars here with a client. Mars rules your 11th house of friendships, very much could be a friendship, and 4th house of family. So this could be like I said, family member, partners, or friends. The finalizing of something, or the realization of something. Maybe you're realizing something about the goals that you're working towards with a partner or with a client, because Mars rules your 11th house of goals, and it's conjunct this. Things coming to light, frustrations coming up. Now, Mars has been doing this retrograde between the people that you are in relationships with and your 8th house of intimacy and other people's money and resources. So there's this story since October been going on. Mars likes to rework. So it's been reworking things within your relationship. So this is any significant, this is even the relationships with your astrologer, your therapist. So what have you been reworking around partner, intimacy, things to do with family, frustrations around the significant relationships within your family, because the full moon is bringing this to the surface. You're having a realization, you're being asked to let something go. You could just be feeling really frustrated with your partner, like they're really annoying you, they're irritating you. Like I said, go and channel this energy into physical exercise. Could be that you are wanting to do something around, like you're wanting to move, and there's some frustrations around the move, or frustrations around your home, or you're having to fix something within your home, but it's directly tying in your partner. Okay. What do you want to put your energy into? Maybe you've been rethinking about, do I want to be with this person? Do I want to put my energy into this relationship? And some of you will be deciding or thinking about what, have I got energy for this? Have I got energy for this partnership? Have I got energy for this? Some of you will be thinking like that. Obviously, it depends. God, sorry, I dropped the tarot card. Obviously, it depends on your own personal charts. Always, personal charts come first, okay? You guys get the patience card. So it's asking you to relax, chill, just don't do anything impulsive with Mars here. Everything in moderation. This card reminds me that patience will bring me into recognition of an alignment to my purpose. All my needs are met, even though I may not see it yet in the outer visible world. The angels are looking out for me. Moderation in all things are required right now. So it's just asking you to just wait. Don't do anything impulsive. Like I said, with Mars here, we can make impulsive decisions under a full moon conjunct Mars. Also know that the 7th house is what we can attract. So we can attract this energy. We can attract partners being aggressive, frustrated, passive aggressive, because it's Cancer. So just have patience with the people around you. And if you have been feeling unclear about something to do with the relationship, in April, Mars is going to move back into Leo and out of this house. So things will become more clearer then. The full moon is a time where we realize stuff. It could also be that you're just doing something with a partner. Sometimes full moons in the 7th house is like you and your partner are going somewhere, you're traveling somewhere. Like I said, you're moving, or you're having conversations at home, or you're doing something within the home, you're speaking about your goals. It could just be that you're doing something together. It doesn't have to be anything really bad. So I just wanted to make that note. Aquarius, sun, moon, and rising. You guys are experiencing this full moon conjunct Mars in your 6th house. Now, what I want to say to you guys is please look after your health in the upcoming week, because a full moon conjunct Mars in the 6th house could aggravate something in your physical body. Mars is inflammation. It could be that you have stomach problems. It could be that something was happening within your stomach under this full moon. So there could be some inflammation, some bloating, you could become ill under this. Nothing serious, nothing chronic, but there could be some ailments coming up under this full moon, because it is your 6th house of health. So make sure that you have been looking after your health. A full moon in the 6th house is like a realization about something. It could be that you are although the full moon is an ending, it's a releasing. It's like, okay, this is how I want to look after my health. So maybe, new year, new me could spring to mind, where you're wanting to start a gym membership, start a diet, start a health routine. But with Mars doing this retrograde, Mars has been doing this story since October. So it was moving through your 6th house of health, putting energy into your routines. But then it's doing this retrograde process where it's come back into Cancer now, and it's like, okay, how do I want my days to look? How do I want what are my habits? What is my self-care routine? And how am I showing up for myself? And what am I putting my energy into? And the full moon is helping you realize that. Mars rules your 3rd house and also your 10th house. So it could be doctor's appointments, traveling somewhere, traveling to the hospital, traveling to the doctors, traveling to local groups or things, or the podiatrist, the osteopath, what's the name of the back person? Can't think. I can't think the name of the back doctor. Someone write in the comments. Honestly, I've got mind blank. Anyway, so traveling to things like that are going to help your health. Really focusing on your health for some of you. Thinking about what you want to put your energy into under this full moon, but it also could be work related, because this is your daily work that you do. And Mars rules your 10th house of career, and it's retrograding. So rethinking around your daily routines. What projects am I doing at work? What do I want to do? Where am I working? Am I happy in this working environment? And the full moon is highlighting, and you're realizing something about how you want to spend your days, about how you want to spend your routines. Do you want to make some changes to your routines? Do you want to make some changes to your to your health in the new year? What changes can you make, Aquarius, in order to feel better? And that is the whole point of the Mars retrograding. Mars is our energy. Maybe you're realizing you don't have energy for something, or you're changing something in that part of your chart. Okay. Changing, you know, you could be joining a new gym, actually, because this is your local community Mars rules it, joining a new gym under the 6th house. This is also can be things to do with pets coming up, because Mars is here. So some inflammation in your pet. So just watch out for any ailments within pets. Mars is a malefic planet, we must remember. Although it can be helpful because it's our energy and what we're putting energy into, we can also see it where it can cause issues. So things to do with pets can come up. So just, if your pet's acting not very well, it could be that they need to go to the vet under this full moon. That's also possible. You guys get the 2 of air. So this is speaking towards having to make a decision about something. So maybe you've been like weighing up, like, should I join this gym? Should I join this gym? Should I take this job? Should I take this job? And you're feeling a bit like frustrated under this energy, because this is a full moon and you're thinking, oh, you know, maybe I don't know what to do. And it could tie in a decision around your career, or a frustration around your career, a frustration around somebody you work with, who you communicate with. Be careful how you're communicating under this new moon. I'm going to read you the positive affirmation for this card, even though this can be slightly challenging. So this is stalemate, uncertainty, and considering options. Time to take a break to consider my options and think about things. There is no need to rush forward. The perfect answer for the highest good will come to me if I take my time and remain in a peaceful state of mind. So if you guys are struggling with knowing what to do with the Mars retrograde, sit down, meditate, and ask for guidance. Ask the universe to give you guidance around which direction to move forward in if you're unsure. Okay, so I hope it goes well for you, Aquarius. Let me know if you know how this is manifesting for you, and I will see you guys in the next video. Oh, one. Okay, Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay, guys, I'm so excited for you guys in 2025 because there's just so much going on in Pisces, but we're not here to talk about that. So you guys are experiencing the full moon. Hold on, let me skip it on because why is it? Okay, so there we go. So now the moon's actually in Cancer. Okay, so we have a full moon in Cancer in your 5th house. Okay, so this is your 5th house of your passions, your hobbies, your romance, the people that you are romantically involved with. This is all about leadership, creativity, and your children. So a full moon conjunct Mars. This is emotional. This is, I mean, you guys are emotional anyway, and this sign does trine you. So your feelings around this are free flowing, shall we say. The full moon itself is trining Neptune in your 1st. So you are being encouraged to remember that everything happens in divine timing and to trust in the universe, Pisces, which I know you guys are so good at because you are the sign of spirituality. But the full moon conjunct Mars is some frustrations, okay? It's a realization about something. So it could be a realization about a creative project that you've been putting energy into. What have you been trying to create? If you run your own business, this could be anything that you've been working on creatively. But with the Mars retrograde here, there have been some frustrations towards what you are working towards. Now, for some of you, it could be pregnancy, fertility, that kind of stuff, because anything that we're creating, whether it be a project or trying to create a life, comes under the 5th house. But Mars retrograding here, Mars was in the 5th house. It went into your 6th house of health. Now it's retrograding back. So there's this process of how do I need to work on my health to move towards creating a life? How do I need to adjust my routines in order to work on my business or move towards my passion projects? Mars is the fixer-upper. It's a redoing. Okay, what am I putting my energy into? What do I need to heal? What do I need to work on? Cancer is the sign of the body. Maybe you need to listen to your intuition. Maybe you need to focus on healing your body. The full moon is helping you realize something. For some of you, it could be releasing a project. For some of you, you could be realizing, you could be getting pregnant. You could be realizing something about pregnancy. But for others, because of this Mars retrograde, it's going to feel frustrating. Mars is a malefic planet, so it's not the most plain sailing. So it's more likely to be something frustrating around these topics, okay? Oh God, loads turned over. So the 5th house is also our dating and our romance. So conflicts with a partner are possible under this full moon, because Mars is frustration. So feeling frustrated about a romantic partner, or a romantic partner feeling frustrated towards you, a romantic partner, lots of emotions can be coming up under this. So that's just something to watch out for. But remember, this is a trine. So it can be that you're actually addressing, if you felt like you weren't moving forward in terms of your love, in terms of whatever it is you're creating, your passion projects, things to do with your children. So if you already have children, it could be frustrations with a child. So whatever the topic is for you, if you feel like you weren't moving forward, the full moon is going to help you realize something. And then it's not going to be until, well, Mars is going to stop retrograding in February. Things can start to move forward. Mars is going to be in this sign until April. So you are going to have the next few months of frustrating, not moving forward, but things will become more clear, I would say, after the 26th of February, when Mars goes direct. Then you are going to start to see the wheels in forward motion around your projects, your children, your love life. Okay. So this obviously is going to look very different for everybody. Please let me know in the comments what it is that you've been working on. And I do feel like it's, for some of you, it's tying in your daily routines and your health because of the Mars retrograde, and the full moon is like, aha, now I'm realizing something about what it is that I've been working on. Maybe you have to heal something in your physical body. I've been shuffling these cards the whole time I've been talking, haven't I? Sorry, I'm just so in my mind when I do these videos, I forget that actually I should probably stop and pull a card. Okay, you get the Star card. That's a beautiful, I love this card. Okay, so it's a Major Arcana card, 17, which is the number 8 when we add them together, transformation. Okay, inspiration. I am hopeful and inspired by life right now, and everything that is happening points to a renewed sense of encouragement. After all the changes I've experienced, I'm starting to recognize the hope that comes with new beginnings. This is beautiful, guys. This means that you are doing the work. Saturn in your first house is asking you to do the work. It's been asking you to mature, to step up to the mark. Maybe the Mars retrograde has been asking you to focus on your health or on your work, or you've been changing things around your work, daily routines, perhaps. But ultimately, you know, with Saturn in your first, it's like self-healing, self-development, frustrations, and sometimes there can be a crisis of faith, because Saturn is really giving us a reality check, and you guys like to live in the dream world. But you know, a full moon in your 5th house, this is the house of joy. How can I, and actually it could be a sense of a renewed sense of, how do I like to have fun? How am I spending my days? How do I like to have fun? What can I do for fun now that I've been rethinking about what I want to put my energy into? What can I do for fun? And this full moon is like, okay, I can do this for fun. Trying to Neptune, encouragement around tapping into spirituality, encouragement, tapping into my intuition, being creative, releasing, healing, letting go. Venus is in your first house, guys. So this month for you is positive in terms of healing, letting go, romance, creativity. It's going to soften that Saturn blow. And the full moon is like, okay, this is what I enjoy. This is what I love. Yes, it's conjunct Mars, and there is some passive frustration around something. But for you guys, I think it's going to be slightly more positive because of the trine, the water trine. So, yeah, good luck with the full moon. Let me know how it goes. Let me know in the comments if you know how this is manifesting for you, and I will see you guys in the next video. Oh, and that is the end of the sign. So we're actually gonna, I've just realized that Pisces is the end of, obviously, the end of the zodiac. Oh, honestly, I need to go and have lunch, guys. I'm hungry. If you made it to the end of the video, then thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, as that helps push the channel out. Connect with me on TikTok. I am Georgie Ogden 444. Instagram, Georgie Ogden Astrology. Come and connect with me over there. Thank you for watching. I hope the full moon, sending blessings, love, healing, light energy. Love you all. And thank you for being here. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.